Thank you, Blacksad. You won't regret this. So let's cut to the chase. I need Bobby Yale to fight Stone. There's just too much money at stake. So, I'm offering you my help to find Yale. Let's work together.
I always work alone.
You know, if everyone worked solo, many people would suffer. Look at me. I could go it alone, but I don't.
Because you a bitch.
Please, hear me out. Let's say I bet a beer that we find Yale in 3 days, and you bet a beer that we don't. In 3 days, one of us has to buy the other a beer. Is that so bad? We're simply 2 grown men using our money and free will to conduct a small private exchange. And most importantly, we're not hurting anyone. So, yeah, I run a gambling business. What's so bad about that?
Everything.
It's illegal for starters.
Illegal? Let me tell you what should be illegal. The way our government is ruining America. We live in a so-called free country, a place where honest people can make a living, provided they don't hurt anybody. We're not communists. Well, at least I'm not.
I would have never thought otherwise. As for me, with all due respect, it's none of your business.
Ooh, all right. Never mind then. In any case, that's not my point. The government betrays our nation's values by passing communist laws that forbid an honest man like me to make a living without hurting a soul. And that, Mr. Blacksad, is just wrong. I'd even say it's unconstitutional. Do you get my point now?
You have goons that are willing to beat everybody up.
Okay, but that doesn't justify what you do for a living.
Oh boy. Did you hear anything I just said?
I tried not to.
Anyway, when the government passes these laws, there's only one legitimate weapon the people can wield. The same weapon that turned America into a great nation. Civil disobedience. So, as the proud American that I am, it's my duty to disobey.
You're bending the truth to justify organized crime.
Oh no, it might have been organized crime, but not anymore. I wasn't always a boss, you know. No, sir. I started at the bottom when Lucky Blitzen ran the show. That good for nothing. His was a reign of terror, extortion, violence, you know, that sort of unpleasant thing. When I took over, I decided I'd make people want to do my bidding, not out of fear, but out of gratitude. I decided to help
me to get into the car by waving a gun and shit.
That beating your thugs gave me was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Those poor bastards didn't even know you were a detective, that you were on our side.
I told
Maybe
them.
at first, but when they tied me up and beat the socks off me, they knew very well who I was.
Seriously? That goes against my rules. Who was it?
It was just Wilson.
That bastard. Don't you worry. I will have a serious talk with him. I cannot tolerate this behavior. Please accept my apologies, Mr. Blacksad. You see, a lot of people work for me. Many families depend on my business. Not only that, St. Christopher's Hospice practically lives on my donations. The widows of my late employees are set for life. Their kids get free schooling. The cops leave me alone because they know my business doesn't hurt anyone. On the contrary. And, it looks like we're here.
How did he realize we were here? He did not look out the window. He was still staring directly at me. Oh, it looks like we're here, huh?
Yale's apartment?
I told you, I'm on your side. Go ahead, search the place. I'll wait down here. When you're done, maybe you'll change your mind and share your findings with me.
Did anybody else
Or not.
just
It's your
see
call,
the
Mr. Blacksad. I'll make sure you're suitably compensated. Wilson, come here.
Oh. Did anybody else see the coat just come out of the car, like from the bottom and shit?
The worst thing about O'Leary's boys dropping by isn't the beating, but the fact that I can't tell what's theirs and what's Yale's doesn't seem like the best food for a boxer. Then again, it could be your classic bookie thug lunch.
Who's that guy? I mean, girl.
17th century French fables. Mayor must be one boring old lady. I'm not sure how Yale's love of pickles will help me crack the case, but it's good to know.
Why is it good to know? I'm just curious.
A woman's fragrance. Almost angelical.
Wait. Yeah, why is her scarf right there?
That means she's been here recently. But why? What does Sweet Mary have to do with Yale, the murder suspect?
Why does he read so many poems?
Copy 1 of 3. Do you know any of his relatives?
His father, Avenarius.
Avenarius? The boxer poet? Didn't he disappear 20 years ago?
Curiouser and curiouser.
Why would you want such a big closet for so few clothes? Unless someone emptied it recently. So, you like your mob stories, don't you, Bobby?
But it seems like motherfucker reads more than any gang member that
Seems
I've
like
ever
Bobby
fucking met.
inherited something more than boxing skills from his father. Besides the tendency to vanish into thin air, of course.
Okay. Why does it tell me to leave out that way? I feel like I should just leave out this way. Yeah, let me leave out this
With people like O'Leary, you just never know. I didn't want to put Mary at risk. Why not take her a little something instead?
Well, that way I ain't going out there just to meet up with them. Fuck no.
I've never trusted angels.
Mr. Blacksad? What a...
Surprise?
Dun dun dun!
When they fall, they turn into demons.
Joey told me he was going to spend the afternoon painting the gym and that Bobby would be fixing something up on the roof. So, after I found the body and called the police, I went to Bobby's place, but he wasn't there.
How did you open the door to his apartment?
I think it was already open. Everything is so confusing. I'm sorry, Mr. Blacksad.
Don't be. I'm here to figure it all out. Do you realize you might be protecting a murderer?
What? I'm not protecting anybody.
Okay, I think it's time to set things straight. I knew you were cheating on Dunn with Yale. Or was it the other way around?
No. How can you even think of something like that?
How can you convince me otherwise? I found a picture at Yale's apartment. It's you and him on a roller coaster. Care to explain, Miss Purnell?
I'm not white, Mr. Blacksad.
What?
7 of my great-grandparents were white. The 8th was black. According to law, I'm a black citizen, even if my skin says the contrary. Do you know what that means when you're born in North Arlington, Alabama?
Healthcare.
Segregated healthcare, with far worse conditions for colored people.
We even have different water fountains, for God's sake. The separate but equal doctrine and all that,
That damn nonsense.
and all the lies. That's why I moved here. No one knows what color my great-grandparents were.
I'm black too, and I don't hide it.
Well, at least you're a man.
In any case, what's that have to do with Bobby Yale?
He's my nephew, Mr. Blacksad.
What?
Joe and I first started taking care of poor Bobby when my sister died. That was when he was almost 15. The 3 of us went on that trip to Luna Park.
So this is where Joe Dunn comes in.
Bobby was the only one who knew about me and Joey. We were afraid that someone would use my past to ruin his career.
It's not the first time I hear that story. I'm sorry I accused you so lightly.
Don't worry, I understand.
Are you sure you don't know where your nephew is?
I've looked everywhere. He's nowhere to be found.
Don't worry. I'll find him.
Thank you.
There's just way too much shit going on.
Your secret is safe with me.
Thanks. It means a lot to me.
TV and radio all in one. Where will these mad times lead us?
Probably to a video game with a talking cat detective. We gonna smell her neck again?
Mary smells like... Actually, the whole room smells like a pie fresh out of the oven, so I can't identify any other fragrances. Fresh out of the oven. The whole room smells like pie.
Uh-huh. What does that have to do with anything?
That cherry pie smells so good. I'm starting to get hungry.
Thanks. I pulled it out of the oven right before you arrived. Oh, where are my manners? I'm the worst hostess in the world. Let me go get a knife from the kitchen. And you must be thirsty. Let me see. OJ? Coffee?
OJ is fine, thanks.
Well,
She's wearing the same clothes in both pictures, so she's probably telling the truth. Sorry, I was going to help you with that.
hello there, people. Hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe for more. And I hope to see you next time.